Have a look at the race. Hall and Zelos on the front row of the grid. Hall and Zelos get away well. Zelos trying to make it good up towards Paddock Hill Bend and draw level with his younger rival. And Zelos is going for the lead. He's got his nose in front as he goes to Paddock Hill Bend. Squeezes Hall onto the curbs. Is he going to be able to do it? Hall's going to try and get the run up into Druids the hairpin. And the eyes have it on the inside line. It's Max Hall. What a battling first corner that was.
Wow, Maximus Hall, you are the boy. That was so brave on cold rear tyres into Paddock Hill Bend. Zelos will have his eyes wide open after that.
That was a real marker, wasn't it, for the chat? This is going to be, I'm rubbing my hands together metaphorically here for what should be a great season between those two. With the fastest lap as well with clear track. Here's the start.
Yeah, look, again, watch this now. So Maximus Hall on the left and Zelos on the right in the orange and black Davanti car. But watch now, he gets a big squeeze and you think, oh, Zelos has done this. But to keep the power on the car, Maximus's car off the curb, that left rear nearly crying enough, could have broke both of their races, to be fair, which was absolutely stunning. And that, like you said, Richard, earlier on, that is quite defining, I think, in the championship, because it shows Dan Zelos he ain't gonna have it all of his way. And great livery on Max Hall's car, but I've got to say, I watched that kid trackside as a spectator at Donington Park, and how he took one of the corners, a very technical corner in McLean's. I couldn't believe my eyes. This guy on your screen is going to challenge hard, and it's great to see.
One of the ex-front runners in the Legends Cars Championship, comes from the same part as the world as Max. And he said, oh, here you've got Max, to watch out for him, he's a quick lad. And this guy was quick on his own as well. And it just shows the talent that's coming up, that Mini are nurturing up through the Coopers. We look forward to seeing them a couple of occasions this year. We'll see them at Croft, we'll see them at Thruxton as well. And more drivers like Maximus Hall coming through and challenging the old guard, if we could call Zelos like the old guard. But he's not taking it lying down, it's Dan Zelos. He's responded with the fastest lap as he tries to close in on Hall now, as you can see. So it's Hall from Zelos. Lewis Selby again, punching above his weight, isn't he? The director's class, it's the older class driver in third place. I think he's really been buoyed by that Donington Park drive, and rightly so.
So he should be.
Last corner, he drifted wide, the Bitcoin Racing man, losing out. But you know what? He was happy. He's enjoying his racing. He knows that he's got the speed within him to grab a class win. As we go back to the overall leader, and this Paul isn't it, a replay of what happened yesterday. Zelos not getting too close because the car will overheat if he gets too close. But having said that, he might be a tad closer than he was in yesterday's race.
Yeah, but when I watched,
so pleased to see him here. I remember him winning the Cooper Championship last year and announcing at Brands Hatch that he wasn't able to race this year. Great to see him here. And the same with Max Hall, and Zelos, still fastest lap, is closing in. We might have a grandstand finish on the cards.
I'd like to say that this is being managed, but that is not managing a race lead. That is not what you want to see as a Davanti tired car driven by Dan Zelos with number 1 on the front of it catching you up. So yeah, but Dan Zelos now will have to push hard to get past.
Dan Zelos, I marvel at the way he stuck at his racing. It took him seemingly a good while to get wins. He won in Ginetta Juniors, but wasn't racking them up because it's such a competitive competition. Probably not. He'd have wanted the lead earlier on and to try and pull away if he knows he's faster.
He's definitely trying to catch Maximus Hall up, but the one thing about Hall is that, again, look how precise that lead car is being driven. You watch now, he'll just get it turned in. The apex isn't a problem. Yeah, this is world-class stuff from these two. This is proper, but now that is close. That's too close for comfort now. That's defending. That's going to have to be defended, that maybe, is it, into Paddock Hill Bend. It's going to have to be defended somewhere because he's getting close.
Yeah, Max Hall is learning this role, isn't he, in JCW's first full season, one meeting last year, and he's got the multi-champion right behind him, and at the moment he's used to soaking up the pressure. These two, remember, teammates, and long may they stay. I haven't seen them together. It's not to say they don't socialise and they nod and have a handshake and everything else, but both great lads and giving us some good racing. Curbs, not quite. Are we going to run out here? This could be a checkered flag. We'll have a look. The last lap forward is out, so this could well be the checker. It is the checkered flag being ready. And Max Hall, it's Max Hall 2, Dan Zelos 1. It's the football score over the weekend.
That is a big result for Maximus Hall. He has just held off the champion proper.
mini challenge. A fantastic battling first corner underlined the competitive potential of this year's competition. Dan Zelos versus Maximus Hall in particular. Lewis Selby got into third. Others got it a bit wrong, but Max Hall had to concentrate throughout the closing laps to keep Zelos at bay. But Hall with his second win of the weekend, Lewis Selby third, and Hall versus Zelos is going to be a fascinating battle.
What a fantastic result, not just to get the win, but it was the measure of the victory as well. I mean, you were just, as Paul was commenting, you're just planting the car perfectly on the apex throughout.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a really good race. I got a good start, got a little gap, but by the end of it, Dan was in me mirrors. I was getting worried, but just about managed to keep it together.
Just tell us about that start, because you had to keep your foot planted, didn't you? Dan was kind of intent on coming through, but you weren't having it.
Yeah, Dan tried getting around the outside, but I had to plan it to stop him on the inside, so yeah.
What about that final lap? Because it seemed like you had everything under control, but Dan, of course, was going to give it one final push. How much of a concern was that for you?
A big concern. I just had to make sure I didn't make any silly mistakes on that last lap, and yeah, done it and succeeded. So yeah, really happy.
Well done, a multiple champion you beat there. So congratulations coming from P2 finisher Dan as well. I mean, there was no way around him, was there?
No, you know, for a rookie to come into the championship and be my teammate and to see his progression, and now he's so quick. You know, yesterday after he won race one, I came home scratching my head. So, you know, I gave him so much pressure today, but, you know, he's got a cool head on him, and I'm sure he's going to go very, very far.
You've got to think.